Hey guys, SmoothJK here to talk about an upcoming banner that's a little bit unexpected for me. We're getting 3 new units, Loopiness, Margaret, and Hayate. And this is on top of the free farmable unit, of course, that we already know about, who is Zeke. So this is pretty cool. And we're also going to talk about what to expect as far as Fate Stay Night banners tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, I guess, but we'll talk about that. The first unit is Lupinus, and this is a fire summoner, and this is our very first summoner in Global, so I'm pretty stoked about this. Summoners, if you are not familiar with other RPG games, you know, they basically cast some kind of summoning spell, some Esper or some kind of creature comes from another dimension and basically attacks for you, or in this case, you know, there's some healing and stuff like that as well. So yeah, I mean, like, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you already know what to expect, and that's why I want this unit, because I saw some footage of it. It's really cool animations, and summoners are just cool in general. She has a lot of utility as well. I mean, like I said, the summons can heal in some cases, but you also have Chronomancer job for like Quicken, and, you know, Sage if you want more elemental coverage. There's a lot of options as far as setups go, but of course you'll probably want to go with like probably would want to go with Summoner, because you know, has like more of the unique cool stuff. Now, as far as how strong is a summoner right now, I do think that it's cool, but I don't think it's like OP at all, because if you consider, like, you know, some of it has like 4 range, which is good, with like a 5x5 diamond AoE, which is good, but it comes with casting speed or casting time. And if you compare that with other OP units like Sakura, who's a Blade Master, who has the exact same range, same 5x5 AoE, but hers is instant, you know, clearly she has the advantage there. You know, anytime you have to stand there and hope that the enemy doesn't move, I mean, it's really hard to like precisely calculate and know for sure. So that's obviously a disadvantage. But all in all, I think her strengths outweigh her weaknesses, and it's going to be a strong unit going forward, and she gets improvements in the future if you're interested in that kind of thing. You know, there's a lot of options. Like I said, you can use basic Chronomancy to kind of double as a support. So that's probably how I would use her. The recommended setup is, of course, with the summoner stuff. Reaction ability, I believe Divine Power, if you level it up to level 20, it should be a guaranteed reaction, so that's really nice to have. Can be pretty strong with like a high magic attack. Passive 1, Time Leap, which raises skill use count. This comes from the second job, Chronomancer, and you know, not absolutely necessary, but definitely nice to have. And then passive 2, Magic Up +2, raises magic attack. You know, you definitely want to have that, because while it's not necessary again, all of her jobs can, you know, make use of magic attack. Like even Chronomancer, you can use it for like Black Hole and stuff like that. So while job 1 on its own is probably going to be pretty useful for you, getting it up to job 3 is probably going to be ideal. But no pressure on that, no rush. Margaret is a light unit who is basically a support. Job 1 merchant, just like Aruba, and merchants are pretty useful if you've used one before. They have stuff that acts like vaccine. I mean, a little bit less scope. I mean, it's like the squares around the merchant instead of like a 5x5 diamond shape, which has a little bit extra range. But all in all, very good abilities. There's like the mini overclock type of stuff. There's you know, giving jewels. Really cool support class. And another good thing about it is that merchants are not that squishy. Like the HP pool is pretty decent. So if you couple that with Divine Shelter, the passive from Magic Swordsman job, you have a support that can actually like not die, which is you know, pretty useful to have. I'm not as excited about this unit because I'm about to get my Carol up to job 3 to get her merchant job, and you know, how many merchants do you really need? But if you had this one, you would have a merchant who's a little bit on the tankier side of things, which is very good. And then of course, if you want to throw on like, you know, basic Sage or basic sorcery, you can get some offensive capabilities out of her as well, which is really nice. The recommended setup is basically as a merchant. I don't know if I recommend Magic Up +2, because I mean, merchant's not really going to be doing magic damage really, so you'd probably want to have one of the merchant passes on her, like, you know, better starting jewels or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, all in all, a really nice support to have. And the last one is Hayate, who is definitely the booby prize of the banner. This is a 4-star unit who's a wind unit, and we have plenty of strong wind units already. And if you look at the jobs, there's really nothing special or new. I mean, hunter is a basic job, martial artist is one of the better basic jobs, but still a basic job, and ninja is like, you know, a mid-tier job, I guess. So even if you get them up to job 3, you have them as a ninja, and you have like basic combat as a sub skill, you could charge up and do a ninja attack, I guess. But you know, they typically have very low multipliers anyway, and ninjas are squishy. I mean, there's really not anything to differentiate him from like a Kazahaya, which a lot of people already have. And yes, he does get better in the future, and I think he gets like a Ninja Plus type of job, but for now, he's really unremarkable. And if you do happen to pull him, if you're desperate for a wind unit, sure, build him up, but I would, you know, not prioritize him at all. This is the setup that they recommend, which is pretty standard. I don't know if I would go with focus, because how often do you really need that extra hit rate? I mean, I guess if you're up against like a lot of units with evasion or something, but typically I'd probably want to put like toughness on them, because ninjas are pretty squishy and they need all the HP that they can get. So not a very remarkable unit. Anyway, let's talk about another. So the next part of the video is that someone has data mined the next banner for the Face Stain Knight collab. So as expected, we are getting a unit selector ticket. Unfortunately, it's coming on step 7. So a lot of people are actually upset about this, kind of bummed out, and understandably so, because, you know, they were hoping to get that guaranteed Gilgamesh or Fate Yomi or so forth, and basically most people can't afford it now. There are some nice milestone rewards on the way. I mean, 50 gold ingots, 100 mana apples, those are all good. 4+ equipment, 10 summon tickets, those are pretty decent, I guess. 4-star gear selector, I'm actually excited about that because I don't have a sickle for like my Dorothea or so forth. 5-star equipment, summon ticket. Yeah, I mean, these are all pretty decent. And then once you get up to step 6, you get 25 rainbow soul shards, which is really nice. And then you have the, of course, 5-star unit selector at step 7. So unfortunately, this is a lot of gems. And, you know, people have already been cleaned out up to this point. I mean, they've been using gems to summon for these units, understandably. So to get this, you know, people are definitely going to have to pull out their wallets again. A little bit unfortunate. I was hoping that they'd make it a little bit more accessible, but I mean, at the same time, up until now, I haven't really had any complaints or too many complaints about it. They've handled it well. So this is kind of like your last-ditch effort. I guess they can't like make it that easy. I don't know. But let's see. Step 1 is 500, then it's 1,500, 2,500. That's 4,500 for the first 3 steps. Then you have 4 full-priced steps, which is basically another 10,000. So you're looking at 14,500 gems, I believe, unless I'm counting that wrong. But, or are these all full-priced pulls? I don't think they are, right? I don't know, actually. Maybe step 1 is 2,500. Maybe it's not 500. I don't know. But am I gonna pull on this? Yeah, probably, because I've been holding off on using my Rainbow Soul Shards to get Gilgamesh up to job 3. He's at like level 72 right now. I did get my Fate Yomi up there to 75, but I'm trying to use as few Rainbow Soul Shards as I can. I know a lot of people have already used it, which is fine. But for me, I was waiting on this banner to kind of like see if I can pull another dupe or two, so that I wouldn't have to use as many Rainbow Soul Shards, because I'm actually not that interested in getting them far past level 75. I'm just not. So if I'm able to get them up to 75 by pulling on this banner, I can save my Rainbow Soul Shards, which is really nice. But this is a little bit pricey. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to skip out on the other banner. Well, other than maybe the step 1. I don't know, but I do want that summoner. I don't know. Maybe 3 steps there. I don't know. But I'm probably going to have to use some money here. Yeah, because this is, yeah, that's step 6 and 7 kind of calling out for me. But I totally understand the community is like being disappointed with this. And, you know, hopefully you guys, most of you guys already have Gilgamesh or you have Fate Yomi, whichever one you wanted. But if you really, really want it, this is obviously the guaranteed way to do it. It's just not a cheap way to do it. But, you know, of course, you also have to consider that there is that chance that you can get him on step 1. You know, there is that chance too. So anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys because it's out there. It's public information and everything. And you know, you can plan accordingly. I just want to, I mean, I know this video is kind of late. I had a very busy day at work, but yeah, just wanted to kind of like, you know, give you my thoughts on it. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm probably going to pull as much as I need to get Gilgamesh up to job 3, and then I'll stop, I guess. But if I have to go to step 7, so be it. And then we'll see how it goes on the other banner. Either way, you're going to see me summon, and you know, I don't even know what I'm going to do yet. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, or at least learned something from it. It wasn't necessarily like the happiest video ever, but I think it might be informative to some people who were not aware of these things. So yeah, we'll see each other. Well, not actually see each other, but I'll make a video tomorrow. And yeah, good luck on your pulls. Hopefully you guys have a decent gem situation. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, take care guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.